Hey guys, Mr. Rance here, and today we're going to be installing the BMW blower for a BMW 3 Series, in particular 330D, but this should work on any car from 2007 up until 2012. So excuse the mess in my car, but the first step will be locating these torque screws to release this panel. So I'm just going to undo them and then get right back to you. So there was actually only the two torque screws, one just there and one just there. So after that, you just need to declip it and wiggle this panel out of place. So obviously we've got a light just there. So I will go and disconnect the battery and also disconnect that light just so we haven't got any problems. So with the battery disconnected and the light disconnected, I'll leave this one in because it looks like it's long enough. We can see where the blower motor is. It's just under here. So that is just housed in this little strapping here. So I'm going to try and release that. So I had a quick change of plans. We have unclipped this. So what you do is you lift back this little tab there. You lift it back, you know, clicking. You see it moving there, and then you can release it from there. So I've just removed that one just now. So I'm going to move this one out of the way so we can get a better view. So we may struggle to get this on the camera, but what you have is a couple of torque screws either side of it. Let me just flip the camera to see if I can get a better angle for you guys. So what we need to release now is that small torque bolt, and there's another one just there to get this front section off the blower so that we can actually remove it. So the first thing we're going to do is remove this little clip here, pull that out because that's connected to the main blower housing, and then from that we're going to be able to move this one out of the way so that we can replace the blowers. So now this section is out of the way, we have a good view of how we can remove the main blower. So now what we need to do is grab it essentially and rotate it to pull this blower out, and then it'll be the reverse of everything to put it all back in again. So what I've realised you do need to do is kind of pull out this section here just to allow the blower to wiggle from behind. So if you don't want to snap this off, because this is the main vent to the footwell. So what you want to do is kind of slowly wiggle it out and then allow time and space for this for the blower section to drop down. So once you've done that, you should be all good. So I've now just wiggled the new one back in, and I'm gonna have to, you know, rotate it into place in a second, but just need to find the right section to clip it into. So this is very difficult to show, but what you need to make sure is this little tab here is near this little slot down here, so that when it rotates it will click into place. So hopefully in the next shot I'll be able to show you that. And with a bit of a rotation and a click, you can see that this is in on this side. So it's now completely solidly in place, just as the previous one was beforehand. So while putting this outer housing where the electrical sections all interconnect back in, I've realised it's easier to pull down this vent. So I've just declipped it using that clip there again, and now I've got a clear view of where I need to put the screw into the side of it, because this is, to be honest with you, the most difficult part I've done so far. So now the second to last step was just to reconnect this little port here, and now I'm going to check that the blowers work in the car. So I have just turned on my car, and for the first time in a long time I'm feeling all that lovely cold air. So as you can see, the wires are being reconnected, the battery is being refitted, and now we're just fitting the fascia plate. So you just want to make sure that you've got a clip in this hole, a clip in this hole. You've slided all the cables back up, and then the last thing is these two little torque screws and this little trim piece to go in. And just like that, everything is back fitted. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope this video has been useful. And yeah, feel free to like, share and subscribe.